All right, everybody. Hope that everything is going well. I know it's been a little while. I just posted something today, but I filmed it like a week ago or 2 weeks ago. So today is my kids' first day of school, which I'm super excited about. So this is the first time it actually hit me this morning, like, I'm just a mom. Like, I'm not a college student. I'm not, like, I don't have any other jobs. And it's kind of crazy thinking about that, because that's something that, like, I really wanted growing up. That was really what I had wanted to do, honestly. And if you know me, you would not, like, I've said this before, but you would not think that if you know me, just because my life looked so different. And I told my husband, I was like, well, it only took me 10 years to get here, but here we are. So yeah, so the girls are at school today. They were really anxious about their first day of school, which I didn't really anticipate. For some reason, like, I just didn't think it was going to be that big of a deal. And, like, every kid is anxious for school to start, but my kids are you know, it's one of those things that they get nervous about. Part of it, I think, is because it's just times of the year that will trigger them. And when they were put into foster care this last time, it was like at the end of September, so school hadn't been going on for very long. And yeah, so that might be a trigger. School is just one of those things. And then they also have, like, well, my oldest has difficulty with, like, thinking that she's gonna get in so much trouble, and it's gonna be a bad year. So just working through that. And yeah, I am going to the grocery store because I decided that I'm going to make them cookies today for them to have when they get home. So hopefully that will kind of help them, you know, feel good. I packed their lunches, and I put a note in there from me, so they should be at lunch soon. My oldest, I think her lunch isn't actually for another, 45 minutes. So that's a really long time to have to wait to eat. She's probably starving by now, but I did pack a really big lunch. I put in their lunches an Uncrustable. They each have a piece of fruit, so Thea got, my oldest got a peach, and my youngest got an apple, and then they both got carrot chips and ranch, and what else did I put in there? Oh, hot Takis. They've been dying for some hot Takis, so I put those in there. And then I put a little piece of candy in there, and then just a note from me saying that I thought they were doing a really good job, and I was proud of them. And I hope that they had a really good rest of the day. So yeah, so I don't know. And then, so their adoption is coming up. Their adoption is actually after school has started. I don't know when I'm going to post this. I might wait and post this until after the adoption's done. We'll see. Probably not. I'll probably just go ahead and post it anyway. So their adoption is coming up. So they're having a lot of weird feelings about being adopted and not wanting to be happy about being adopted, because they feel like if they're happy about it, then they're, like, betraying their mother. So those are some things, like, right now it's hard because, like, we're really excited. Everybody on their team is really excited. Our family is coming. Some of our family is coming out, and they're really excited. But our girls are just not excited, and so I'm worried about them going to court, because I don't want everybody else to be just, like, you know, overjoyed about this happening and them be super upset about it, if that makes sense. So yeah, so those are my concerns right now. Getting gas. Sorry guys, I'm driving this huge rig. Oh, I'm so sorry, big car. Apologize. I'm driving a really large vehicle now and getting used to driving that large vehicle, and people are just like whipping around acting kind of crazy. Yeah, so I will tell you, filling this thing up is super expensive, but I only have to get gas like once every like a couple weeks, if that often. So, because it gets really good gas mileage for being enormous. Yeah, so give me a second and I will be, oh my gosh guys, gas prices are freaking crazy. Even with my fuel points, it was like $2.65 a gallon for regular unleaded. So that's insane. Let me know where you guys are and what gas prices are near you, because this is nuts. Yeah, so what was I saying? Yeah, so I'm just worried that everybody is going to be like overly thrilled about the situation, and my girls are going to have a really hard time with it. So we're going to have to see how it goes. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do. I've told them that like it's okay if they're sad, and that they can just tell me and they don't have to be happy about it, and if people are making them uncomfortable or whatever, to just let me know, and I'll talk to them about it. But part of me is just having a really hard time, because it's like, okay, I know you're not happy about this, but you need, like, I know somewhere in there you're happy about this, and you need to just like realize that this is a good thing. So that's the selfish side of me that's just like, oh, why don't you get it? Like, so I'm struggling with that a little bit. But like I said, I've talked to them about how they're gonna feel or how they might feel. And I don't know, sometimes they are really happy about things in the moment, and John thinks that that's how it's gonna be, because they're going to see all the people there and be in their pretty dresses and all this other stuff, so they're going to be more excited about it in the moment. And honestly, that would be fine with me if they just were excited about it in the moment, and then when it was over, we like could deal with how they're feeling. But we'll see how after school goes today. I don't know how it's gonna go, so yeah, I'll see you guys in a little bit. Alright guys, so I just got home from the store and I had to show you these cute little things. So at Fry's, which if you live in Arizona, you know what Fry's is. If you don't live in, I'm not exactly sure where the Fry's line stops, but Kroger, or if there's a store that sells like Kroger brand stuff, it's the same line. Anyway, they have home goods section, and I got this cute little mason jar and all of these utensils, and this, I'm gonna use it for a cookie jar, but it's like storage. Yeah, and then like the lid, hold on, I'll set you up here. So the lid just like pulls off. So it has like a little thing. It's not a screw top, which is nice. But yeah, so I got those two things. My kitchen is like red and white themed, because so it's like Coca-Cola is what I like. I was actually thinking about this while I was at the store. I need to get a rug for in front of my sink and a drying rack for my dishes that says Coca-Cola, because it would just be fun. But the reason it's Coca-Cola is because my grandmother worked at a drive-in, my dad's mom, and my granddad was in the Air Force, and the base was fairly close to the drive-in that, restaurant that my grandma worked at, and she was a car hop, and they served Coke. And if you know me personally, you know that my family all lives really close together, and I live far away, so that's one of the ways that I try and like stay connected to them. My grandma, this is the grandmother that passed away gosh, about 1.5 years ago now, so I get a little emotional about it when I talk about her. But yeah, that's one of the ways that I try and like stay connected, is by having like drive-in type stuff in my kitchen, so it makes me feel kind of close to her. But yeah, so that's why I have they have this the line of like Mason stuff, and then you can see like this is Mason, and then I'm slowly like working my way in there, and I had this before, but I got the little spoon rest because I needed one of those, and then our kitchen salt and pepper shakers are little like old-timey mason jar things, and then my soap dispenser, which desperately needs to be cleaned. Please ignore how filthy it is, but it's also mason. So everything in my kitchen, like accessories and stuff, are red. And then I got, so my girls are really artistic, and I'm hoping this works, I got these little decorating like tips from Betty Crocker, and then I got a few colors. I got green and blue and pink and white. I think there's one more in there, and purple. I didn't want to get anything that was like, they had black and orange, and I'll probably do that when Halloween comes, depending on how this goes. But yeah, so I'm sorry I'm doing like not a good job, but that's the stuff that they're gonna use to decorate their sugar cookies after school today. I gotta make them first, which I don't know how that's gonna go. So with my kids, like with anybody's kids, I'm sure this is the case. I'm gonna put these in the fridge because it's 100 bazillion degrees outside, and they had to ride in the back of my car on the way home, so they're probably a little not good. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, with anybody's kids, like they're probably like, well, I didn't get to make the cookies, so I'm not happy about it. That might be how my kids go, and if that's the way it goes today, then we'll just have to kind of roll with the punches. Oh, if you guys, I'm trying to decide if I can show you this real quick. So I have 2 whiteboards in my kitchen that I keep everything on. I think I've shown this before. I don't know for sure, but so this whiteboard here is like my to-do list, and then I have magnets, and so like this is the permit for their adoption party, and then I'll like, if I have any bills that I'm like come in the mail and I'm waiting to pay them until the 15th, because I do mine on the 1st and the 15th because that's how we get paid. I'll put them up here so I don't forget about them, because that's been happening. And then I have a calendar, which I'm gonna cover up this real quick because that's our names. But it's color coordinated with, so you can see like, I don't know if you can see my name, yeah. It's color coordinated with our names, and so all I have to do is write up there like in the color what's going on, so you can see the girls have gymnastics on Tuesdays now, our adoption party, stuff like that. So that's how, yeah, that's how I plan and organize my our like schedule right now, and that was really effective for me because I have this little planner, and this is what I like make appointments in. It's just a little planner. I had a big one last year, and it was just tiresome to carry around, so I got a smaller one, and it has the it has like the months and stuff. Here, hold on, I'll flip you around. So as I was saying, the planner, it has like the little month tabs here, and so it shows like the whole month, like this was February, and then it also has like the days, which as you can tell, I don't really use the days too much. When I was in school, I used that a little bit more often. But yeah, and then last night, I just wrote down my to-do list for today. I'm trying to get more organized. So if you guys have any like tips or helpful hints, I know that Catherine from Do It on a Dime does a really good job of showing like how to stay organized and stuff, but yeah, I'm just, right now we've finally gotten to the point where we can breathe. Oh, here you go. Here, I'll show you my fingers in the way. Sorry guys. So this is my pantry, and as you can see, there's a little Coca-Cola box there that has like a popcorn maker and stuff in it. Excuse like the books and stuff. These binders, so our agency makes us maintain these 2 binders are for our girls, and then I just like stuff paperwork in there. I need to get better about cleaning that out. This is a book of recipes that John's mom gave me, and this is another one. And then I have this for their adoption party. All of their adoption party stuff is like stuffed in here, so I'm waiting for that to be done. This is one of the things we're gonna have bubbles because they wanted that. I got that yesterday at Walmart for only like $8. So note to self, I've showed this book before, but I'm going to show it again because it's an amazing book. This book, The Connected Child by Karen Purvis. If you are becoming a foster parent, I would strongly suggest you read that book. Even if you're going to adopt internationally, it's a really good book that talks about how to deal with trauma. So check that book out. We got our like multiplication cards, which I have all of their school supplies. Please don't judge me, but I know this is embarrassing, but this is the best I could do right now. Most of our like pens and stuff are in here. And then this is our like batteries and adhesive, so like tape and stuff is in there. And then this jar is kind of fun because it's one the girls like to play with. This is all of my money from Europe, except for the $2 bill. This is like money from Europe, so there's like euros and different stuff in there that came back with me that I didn't get to spend. And then I have this little star thing there, which I will probably move. It's supposed to have this little like freedom thing on it. It's a summer thing. But I'll probably move that when we decorate for fall. And then my mother-in-law gave me this for Christmas, and we didn't have Coke bottles, so these are Blue Moon bottles that are in there. And then I got this at an antique shop in Prescott, as well as this. And then my mother-in-law also got me this paper. Because they live so far away, she had to like bring it without a frame because they couldn't frame it for me. So I just got a frame, and then I put a cardboard back behind it because I didn't get the right size frame, but it's whatever. And this is a shadow box from Harley Davidson. I got that when I bought my Harley jacket, which I haven't showed before, but maybe I'll show. And then these are just old like candle jars that I have gotten the candles out of, and I keep the lids, and we use them for storage sometimes. Sorry, I'm gonna like bring you around to the other side of the kitchen. And then this is my new china cabinet. So fun fact, my mother-in-law bought this china for me like 2 years ago for Christmas, and we had gone on a road trip, and we were there in the summer, and me and her had gone to this little like antique like thrift store kind of thing. I'm gonna open this so I can show you guys the china. And they had this full set of china there, and they only wanted like $30 for it. And I was thinking about buying it. See, they have little wheat things, but it's like real antique china. The only thing that's missing is the sugar bowl does not have a lid, but like other than that, it's the whole thing is there, including like all the teacups, which is crazy. But yeah, so she bought that for me 2 years ago, and we were back there for like Thanksgiving one year, and we were gonna ship it back to 3 years ago. Oh my gosh. And we were gonna ship it. It was gonna cost like $300 to ship. Well, they came out this summer, and they drove, and so his mom actually brought me my china, and so we shortly after she brought that, I went on the Swap and Shop page on Facebook and got this cabinet, and I think I paid like $100 for it. It was really great. It's a really great deal. Because it's perfect. Like there's nothing really wrong with it at all, and it was exactly what I wanted because this color is the same color as my cabinets, so it matched perfectly. Yeah, so that's why we have that hutch. And then down here I have like extra cooking supplies, and this is like glass bottles that we're gonna paint at some point. My paper towels are under there. And then there's more glass bottles, and all my cookie cutters are under there, so I'm gonna have to get those out here in a little bit so I can use those. But yeah, so that's my kitchen. I've never really like done a tour of my kitchen before, but I thought I'd do that. Oh, if you don't have a double oven and you are looking for one, we got this a couple years ago. So I don't know if Whirlpool still sells this exact one or not. But I would highly recommend it because the bottom is actually full size and the top is smaller. So if you need to cook like a turkey or whatever, you can do that in there. I actually don't make a whole turkey. I just get a turkey breast and make it in a crock pot, which I can show you guys sometime if you're interested. But yeah, and then this little oven, the little one, heats up super fast, bakes everything I need. It's amazing. And like today when I make all these cookies, I'm gonna be able to use both ovens and have it done super fast. So it's a really awesome set. I would highly recommend it. I'm not crazy about the ceramic cooktop, but this is what it is. We don't have gas in this house, so, and that's what I would prefer. That's what I learned to cook on. So it's one of those things where it's on, and you don't have to wonder like what's going on. But it's not bad. My girls have never like burnt themselves. The only thing that's weird about it is like it has this indicator light tells you that the cooktop is on, and then this one, when you turn everything off, it'll tell you that the surface is still hot, but it may not be red, and so that's a problem because you may go to reach and like burn yourself. So it's kind of, that's the only thing that I really don't like about ceramic cooktops. The cleaning part, it's like, well, I could take it or leave it, you know, like it's nice because it's just one flat surface and you wipe it off, but if something gets stuck on there, like you guys can see, I have a few spots from where stuff has like boiled over. Most of that actually does come off. I just haven't taken the cleaner to it. And there's a few things that I could try that I haven't tried on it that would probably be less chemical-y than that, like lemon essential oil or whatever. But yeah, so yeah, I am probably going to let them decorate their cookies, and then I might film some more tonight, and then I'll put this video together. And like I said, I don't know if I'm gonna put this up before the adoption happens or not, but I thought I would just let you guys kind of see it. So, all right, talk to you later. Bye, guys.